Now, who is Jason Jones?
He was, okay, so when I started professional wrestling, I was 17 years old.
Yes, sir.
And nothing in life is ever handed to you. That's the way life has been taught to me. You have to go out there and earn it, right? So my dad deterred me from going out there and wrestling under my legitimate name, which is also, race, in other words. So he sent me to Charlotte, North Carolina, under George South, and said, all right, the name is going to be Jason Jones until you can prove to me that you're capable of wrestling and basically not embarrassing him. For lack of better words, embarrassing probably.
Your dad, and he's a really cool guy.
He's all right.
Oh, come on. You have to think he's cool.
Yeah, he's not as cool as I am, though.
Oh, well, no. He doesn't have the earrings.
No, or the hair anymore.
Or the hair anymore. Well, he has hair or no hair.
No, he's still got a little bit of hair.
Oh, okay. He may be...
It's a little graying, but it's there.
He may watch this, so you don't want you to get your ass whipped, so you better be careful.
Oh, no, I could beat him up.
Oh, jeez.
We've already went through this
Is
whole
this a
argument.
challenge? Maybe the next show we'll have Carino versus Carino.
Oh, I welcome his challenge.
How could one family be filled with so much wrestling talent? How is this possible?
It's the cards you're dealt. We know we didn't do anything to earn the name or anything, and so we've since from the start, our whole careers, we've just been blessed to be here, blessed to have the name. We see the platform that it gives you in wrestling to rather than a guy just starting out with no name. And so we know that it's a blessing, but one thing that name that comes with that name is putting everything you have into every single match, whether there's 10 people or 3,000, whatever it is. And that's one thing we hold each other accountable to is, did we do our best? And that's how we know we did our job.
Yeah. Last time I saw Brian was maybe about 6 months ago in Chicago.
Yeah.
He was part of the Beyond Body Slam stage show.
And I learned more about wrestling in that one night than I think I have in my whole life. So, and I couldn't thank you enough for that little experience. And just
it was fun.
That was my first time out in Chicago, and then I worked in the Berwyn, and I got to work in that same venue just a couple months later after that. So it's been really good. I've had a couple injuries, but I've fought through them, and I'm stronger than ever. I'm probably, Jim Cornette says I'm having the best matches he's ever seen me have. So for that to come from his mouth is truly an honor. He's now an agent and commentary for us at MLW.
Yep.
It's really cool stuff. And Rip Rogers saw one of my matches too a couple weeks ago. So all these old school guys are giving me props. So I must be doing something right.
Excellent. Now, when you watch some of like the wrestling of the '80s, of let's say your grandfather,
Yes.
and you look at today's, what do you like more about then, or what do you like more about today? Is there like compare how you feel about the different styles?
So like back then, it was always a big man sport. It was always, you always had the big guy. If you weren't a big guy, you had to be a monster, a savage, like the Wild Samoans, like my grandfather.
Yes.
Because they're not the tallest guy, they're not the biggest, but they were. Everybody was scared of them when
They
they
had
came
heft.
through.
Absolutely.
So back then, I liked the way stories were always told back then, better than now. I feel like nowadays it's more spot fest and who could be fancier or who could do what better. But back then, everyone they worked together and told a story.
Yes.
My dad was a great athlete, but he was more a wrestling, brawny kind of guy. I'm a much more nimble, agile athlete, so I incorporate kick-ups and missile drop kicks off the top rope, elbow drops to the outside, things that my dad never did or never would want to.
Right.
So there is the evolution, but the groundwork was laid from that classic style that he learned in the old school days, the Bruno days, and the Gorgeous George days.
Yeah.